All right, Punagansett learners. Hello, seniors. 95 days. That's right. 95 days until you leave Punagansett. Kind of crazy, huh? 95 days until you're going to take that resume and you're going to leave the Punagansett nest and go off and use it in the world beyond Punagansett. So let's get that resume done. Let's talk about what you have to do and then a little bit of the kind of concepts behind it, and then we'll do a little bit of how to. All right. So, quick expectations for this year. This is super important. Your resume is required as an element of the end of year tour. It's in your case here, it's the senior passion project. So, for your passion project, you need to have a resume. Now, you've hopefully been building one up over the last few years. Why do we make you do it in high school? I'm going to remind you because obviously you may apply for jobs, whether it's in college or not in college. Could be your full-time job, could be your part-time job, etc. But you're going to need a resume for employment, for internships and things like that in college and beyond. Award applications. So this time of year where award applications and scholarships and things like that have resumes, and sometimes in college for specifically a scholarship or something like that. As you're applying for college, and you may want some more financial aid once in a while, to ask for a resume as well. In other words, it's good to have your resume ready to go at any time so you can take advantage of these things. All right. So what's the best resume? I did a whole bunch of research. There are a lot of opinions. There are very few rules. A lot of people will look at the same one and say, I love it, I hate it, etc. I watched lots of YouTube videos and listened to podcasts and went to job websites, etc., and try to distill it down. And again, you've kind of gone through the program, hopefully, to how to make an effective resume as a high school level student, someone going off into whatever the next step is. Does this count as part of your grade as for your presentation? The answer is yes. Prior years it did not count. This year it does count as part of your presentation. The rubric is going to be shared a little bit later as part of the Senior Passion Project rubric. Make sure you follow the instructions here and you'll be fine. Make sure you share your drafts with others and get some feedback and you'll be fine. Make sure it's something that you're truly proud of and you'll be fine. So don't sweat the grade right now. Just, again, do those things and you're going to be fine. How long is it going to take? Well, it depends on where you're starting. I would say go back to where you last left off last year. Now, if you didn't put a ton of effort into it, maybe go back, a prior step or two, or even back to the beginning and start all over again. That's possible. But if you left off with a pretty good resume, then go back to that point. Maybe you've been updating it since then, hopefully. Maybe a couple of personalization periods is all you'll need depending on where you stand. So how do you make a great resume? Check out the next video and it will show you how. Have a sparkling day, people.